Hey, welcome back to Cleflin Nights. This is the never-ending gaming story that takes place in many alternate worlds. I hate disclaimers, but for all the art I use, I just want you to know it's owned by the creators and not by me. I don't draw any of this stuff. We're just using it for, just like the characters that are owned by the other companies, and we just use them for fun. I would love to be able to do my own art, but anyways, and I just got this webcam thing here, so I'm not connected to the laptop, and I got it from Ray for Christmas, so hopefully I will be making changes to this as we go along. You'll see my eyes darting down to the script often. And this is for the gaming sessions that took place around 31 October and of 2017. And this is our 43rd episode. So where we last left our heroes. On Black World, Earth 10.3.2, Day 2, on the Asteroid, we last left our heroes of the clans called Argonauts, Brotherhood, Omega Dawn, and Stars. They were finishing dinner and trying to figure out what to do for this evening with the Fantasia device down. Argonauts are made up of Alex Prentice, Bruce Wayne, Charles Xavier, David Alanine, Hope Spaulding, Mindy McCready, Monet St. Croix, and Tessa Lovett. Brotherhood is made up of Max Eisenhart, Joel Hastings, Cassandra Xavier, Claire Bennett, Magda Lepuscu, Peter Petrelli, Ray Forge, and Celine Gallio. Omega Dawn is made up of Christopher Lord, Adriana Tomas, Alan Scott Barda, Calvin Rankin, Megan Moores, Sam Guthrie, and Zatanna Zatara. Stars is made up of Chris Ritz, Clarice Ferguson, Gwen Stacy, Kamala Khan, Mary Brumfield, Peter Parker, Sam Alexander, and Wally West. Using their inventing power, Ray Forge and, because he's copying it, Peter Petrelli work on telepathy-free zones that are in the dormitories as a request from Charles and Monet. Alex and Hope are making out in the pool there on the asteroid, and Bruce and Max play chess with many of the Brotherhood and Argonauts watching in the Tropicana. Peter Parker and Gwen are in the labs working on web shooters, and then they get closer and start to make out. Yes, relationships are being formed amongst these people. It's inevitable. Omega Dawn watch another Star Wars episode 4 this time in Ops. Calvin and Zatanna draw closer. Sam Alexander, Chris, Mary fly and explore around the asteroid in space using Chris's telepathy to communicate. It makes little sparkles around their heads. And we go from there to Earth 10 on the 30th of May, 1993, where we last left our heroes in the Los Angeles area. Chris and Alex were trying to get Alex Wilder and his parents, Jeffrey and Catherine Wilder, to escape the government, and were confronted by and others of them were confronted by a very angry Jennifer Walters. At this time, Eclipse. I hate this. At this time, I shouldn't say that. Eclipse is made up of Alex Prentice, Archer, Johnny Blaze, Kyle Rayner, Nico Manuro, Rachel Roth, and Ren. The Outsiders are made up of Chris Ritz, Cassie Sandsmark, Julian Keller, Carolina Dean, Molly Hayes, Tim Drake, and Victor Mancha. At the Wilder's house, Cliffside in Malibu, the home at the Wilder's home, Chris and Alex can tell that Alex Wilder is stalling. Then suddenly, gangsters show up, gangbangers, corrupt cops, all trying to kill Alex, Chris, Cassie, and Rachel. They do the best to beat. The combined heroes do the best to beat most of their opponents up, but the house gets all tore up. Alex knocks out Alex Wilder and brings him out to the ship. Outside, Chris and Cassie capture Jeffrey, and not Joffrey. Chris and Alex convince Jeffrey to join their teams to rescue the Pride members from the so-thought dangerous government recruitment. And so he does, and then they go downtown in Sean to rescue Jeffrey's wife. In Hollywood, Carolina keeps communicating with Chris on her situation. Chris and Carr, as she's sometimes called, convince her parents to work with the Outsiders, in which they do. In her parents' spaceship, they look for Molly and her parents. Meanwhile, downtown, Julian defends Jennifer from being shot by sharp-dressed mobster types and defends her from being recruited by the government. Ghost Rider tries to apprehend Jennifer or just calm her down, but it takes Tim's Jedi mind tricks to knock her out. And then Miguel Santos appears with all this lightning around him and tries to take her for the government. But Kyle shows up with his white lantern assist, and he helps in the resistance, taking Jennifer aboard Sean. And then we zoom out to outer space. Previously on the USS Constellation, the Earth's which is in Earth's orbit, Hal Jordan had talked with the captain Frank Castle. Yeah, I know it's weird, but and now rejoins his team aboard Noni, which is in the Vega system, and inside the massive Tattoo. Yeah, the Omega Dawn are together, and they're trying to last episode were trying to communicate with Tattoo. Omega Dawn is made up of Marcus Lord, Clark Kent, Hal Jordan, Jean Grey, Madison Jeffries, Aurora Monroe, and Wanda Lensher. Hal and Wanda try to boost Madison's powers, and then he eventually connects to the ancient alien I don't want to say alien because they're in space. It's not really alien anymore. Ancient intelligence, but gets lost. Madison gets lost in its enormity. So then suddenly, Space Ghost Thaddeus Bach arrives and saves them and saves the space station Serenity from the gravitational pull of Tattoo, because Tattoo is so massive. It's like trying to pull Joel's Federation space station Serenity into it. So I have to go off the script a little bit to explain more. But and then after Madison has been returned to Omega Dawn because he kind of possessed, the ancient intelligence. Space Ghost, Thaddeus Bach, returns to Serenity. He leaves there. Hey, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, hit like at the bottom. You can also subscribe. There's a red button. Hit subscribe, and leave a comment. If you have any questions going over any of this stuff. I'm still trying to keep up with all of the backlog behind all this. So, and I'm not going to go and join the Rob Corps, but I like the Rob Corps. So, anyways, it's Jody. Hasta la vista, baby, and see you next week.